Well, the accident itself, we were airboating. They just opened the grass. We were out riding around seeing other friends that have camps out there. And when we were done, we were heading home, and it was a little dry out. So the boat ended up getting stuck. We pushed it out one time, no problem. Second time we got stuck, almost back to our camp. When it did get stuck, we pushed it out. Well, the boat, when it came out, it actually slid sideways a little bit. When I did, I had turned to get away from it. And when I did, part of the boat touched my thigh, and as my elbow went out is when it went into the cage and actually did, cut my arm, off. And during that process, I was able to grab my arm up, get back on the boat. Obviously I'm in shock at the moment, my missing an arm, I'm bleeding, and the people on the boat were there, to help me wrap up, get it to slowly, stop bleeding. But, thank God that Luke and Candy and Clint were coming on other boats. And, Candy was a trauma nurse, so she came and put a tourniquet on. And then, Luke and Clint were able to get us back to the landing, get us through the gates, and get us up to where, the ambulance was waiting for us. How am I going to get out of here? How am I going to make it home? Am I going to survive this? I'm looking at life and death right now. And by the grace of God, the three of them were there, able to help get me out of there, So I'm very, very grateful for that. I got a second chance at life, Without them, I may not be here. We may not be doing this interview. I'm happy to be alive. I have my daughter, I have my wife. They've stuck by me through thick and thin, and my wife's been right there for me, and that's a driving factor for me. It's another, bump in the road, you could say, but, I'm going to deal with it and learn how to cope and learn how to do things one-handed now. That support system from the community is awesome. It really, really helps. That brought me up. I was just floored by the amount of support, coming from the community. I've lived here my whole life. My father has, my grandparents have, and just to have the support from them just makes me so proud to be here. I'm grateful for all that support. Swamp Buggy guys have really rallied around, which is awesome. It's like another family. It's a second family to us, So it's really great. It's awesome. I cannot thank them enough.